Woo! That's a big hit, baby. Down to 2. Hello, good game. Welcome back, everybody, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Today, we'll be playing with a brand new free-to-play beginner's deck. This has 0 rares and 0 mythics required, meaning you can easily complete it by playing limited, saving your wildcards for the top meta decks. In today's video, we'll break down the lists, go through each individual card, the strategies, the synergies involved within them, so you can, execute the deck effectively and efficiently. We'll also show you some matches as well, discussing the playlines and interactions, to further that knowledge base for you. Typically, I would say this is a good part for you to, decide whether or not this deck is right for your wildcards, but there are no wildcards to be using, if you're following my strategies. With that being said, thank you so much. Check out the link tree if you're interested in any of the goodies. And of course, there's more free-to-play decks for you as well. If Gruul isn't your flavor, and that's the flavor of the day actually, is green and red, power 4 or greater. Let's take a closer look. Ayo, 60 card, best of 1, 2.7 average mana value with 12 non-creatures and 25 creatures. The majority of the mana spread here is green, 89 to 32%, and we've got 23 lands in the deck. Some Highland Forest for consistency's sake, and our highest drops being 4. Maya's got to make her appearance. I asked her all morning, say, Maya, can you please just let me do my intro without any cat wheel interruptions? And she's like, yeah, sure, okay, I'll do that. I'll be a good cat. And the moment I start, right to the wheel. Straight up juke. Getting juked out by a cat. Can you believe it, you guys? So the deck really revolves around having creatures with power 4 or greater. Notably within Warden of the Chained, a 3 CMC 4/4 with Trample. It can't attack unless you control another creature with power 4 or greater. And this is a great card for 3 mana, right? Very, very good. Similar situation with the Drowsing Tyrannodon, a 3/3 with Defender, and as long as you control a creature with power 4 or greater, the Tyrannodon can attack as though it didn't have Defender, right? So neither the Tyrannodon nor the Warden can attack unless we control another creature with power 4 or greater. In the Tyrannodon's case, it can be the Warden, and in the Warden's case, it can actually be another copy of the Warden as well, which is pretty cool. We also have the Nessian Hornbeetle for 2 mana, a 2/2, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a power creature with power 4 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on the beetle. And eventually this beetle is going to be a 4/4 as well, which is great. Moving on, we like to have everything with Trample. This is noted through Garruk's Uprising, 3 CMC enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. So we go back to that power 4 or greater theme. Creatures you control have Trample, and whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Take a lap in Maya's case, right? So this is really nice. And then since Uprising is giving everything Trample, we also have things like Proud Wildbonder, a 4/3 for 4 mana with Trample, and creatures you control with Trample you may have this creature assign combat damage as though it weren't blocked. That's really great. That basically means we can put all of our damage directly into our opponent and get some wins that way. And if we do need Trample, because we don't have Garruk's Uprising, we have the Master Symmetrist. For 4 mana, it's a 4/4 with Reach, and whenever a creature you control with power equal to its toughness attacks, it gains Trample until the end of turn. So our whole deck has that as base stats, except for the Proud Wildbonder and the Embereth Paladin. The Embereth Paladin is a 4/1 with haste, and if 3 or more red mana was spent to cast this spell, the Adamant casting cost, you will have it enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So it's going to be a 5/2 with haste, which is really good. And hopefully we've got Garruk's Uprising out for that, so it also has Trample, which is nice. So that's the creature base. We do have a little bit of removal through the Blizzard Brawl for 1 mana snow sorcery. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. If you have 3 or more snow permanents in play, your creature gets +1/+0 and indestructible. Then those creatures fight each other. We also have 4 copies of Ram Through at instant speed. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. If the creature you control has Trample and it deals excess damage, you'll deal that excess damage to the opponent, which is really nice because, like I said, there's lots of Trample in the deck. The lands are here, the creatures are here, removal's there. Mine's not giving up. It's faster every day. Oh my gosh, I cannot. I gotta put the video on so you at least know what that horrendous noise is in my recordings. She says that it's time to go for a walk, and you know, after today's video, we'll get her outside and we'll go do some adventuring. So thanks again for supporting the channel. Like I said, if this isn't your style of free-to-play deck, I've got a whole playlist with free-to-play decks you can check out and pick the one that's best for you, right? So check out the Linktree link so you can get in on our giveaways. We're buying standard sets for people, as many like crazy giveaways, you guys, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, thousands of them actually. But you know, it's thanks to all of your support on the videos, right? So smash that thumbs up button, share it to your friends, and we'll break down the gameplay footage and then wrap up with my deck review. Alrighty, keep 6, toss the Uprising. We had to wait for our opponent a little bit. They're taking their time, but we're here now. Hello, good game. HGG's blood pressure is through the roof. Never going below 10,000. Alright, our opponent is definitely in no hurry. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. Right? Okay, let's get after it. Tyrannodon. Look at the art on this guy. It's just filthy. Is he laying down with his neck on the ground like my cat does? I think so. Some of the art on these cards is like, what's happening? Oh, and it's got a stork on its nose. Do you see that, kids? Now that is hot. Let's just go slow. Right? Wraith Drake's like, what are they doing? This is an uncommon card. Surely you can't be serious. Oh, my name's not Shirley. And I am always serious. Okay. It's a free-to-play deck. I believe that we can get a win. Believe. If we just believe. All right. Nailed it. Nailed it. We got it. You have to deal with us right now because we do have Indestructible coming our way. They do the dirty. But it's just a shock. Doesn't kill us. And we're totally fine. And now we should be able to attack because it's a 4, right? Because of the Blizzard Brawl. And typically we wouldn't, as it's got Defender. So, cool little workabout there, I guess. It's neat. Some of the kids are saying that these days. Oh, but we get burnt and they learn. Ouch. So we need to top deck some creatures. That is not a creature. Alright, and they can exile us at sorcery speed on their 5th land. Oh, ay caramba! What does that thing do? You know what I mean? Are you freaking kidding me, Randall? 3 ram throughs. You can't write this stuff, right? You can't make it up. Wow. So they can reduce the cost of something. They can cast an 8 CMC spell there. You know what I mean? They don't, thankfully. And we don't have removal. They're just going to exile it. Luckily, it's, you know, sorcery speed, so we should still get the hit here. No! They've got all the answers, don't they? They've got it all. Don't you dare do this to me. Down to 14. It's okay. It's all good. Wow. Just throwing bolts at our chinny chin chin. Expanded anatomy for the BMs. Whoa, that's till end of turn. Oops. Oh, but it's they still get to keep the counters. It's just the vigilance is still end of turn. Maybe that's what they're going for. We could double ram through next turn. Unless they exile us here. Which is respectable, I get it. They probably should, or else we will double ram through. They'll reduce the cost of it. Oh, that's good. That is so very good. I like it. I like it. And we get annihilated. I don't like it. Okay. Where is the big creature? Not there. Where are you? Woof. Maybe I should be making deck around Maelstrom Muse. That seems to be doing well. Frick yeah. Give me that land. No way. No way. Just removal on site. Getting bullied. I actually like this. That worked out better than I thought it would, to be honest. We're going to toss this, looking for better land. Here it is. We've got the beetle. We've got the beetle, baby. I don't know if I really want to toss this. I might just throw a fight effect away. Play slow, beetle out. Blizzard Brawl, new land. Then we've got our 4/4. Everyone has Trample. Right? There's the fourth land. Okay. Something easy for us to remove. And if you Bone Crusher me, I'm gonna freak out. It's something easy for us to remove. Oh my gosh. This is working. Hit for 3, down to 17. We hit for 3 again next turn. Get the token. We have Trample, which is irrelevant right now. Hit for 3. We're all even, which is frightening. You know what I mean? Extinction event does exist. It's not allowed, though. It's an illegal card. They kill a land. Smashing success. Woohoo! That's a big hit, baby. Down to 2. I think we did it. I think we did the do. It really is all about the early Hornbeetle with a removal into, you know, that turn 3 or turn 4 play. We did it! We got a win! It can kill your opponent. Check. We go first. Okay, we got the beetle, we've got removal. We've got the land. Huh. We do need a 4-drop, though, to, you know, activate the beetle and the Tyrannodon, so that's a little awkward. Hello, good game. with the heart skis. Let's get the beetle out. Hopefully they play a creature. That's a little wimp. A little wimpy creature. Feels like removal, though. It feels a lot like removal. Okay, pass. Little wimpy creature, check. Okay, this is good. Right, start pushing the beetle up. We hit. Next turn, we have double drop, whatever it needs to be. Is there a Sledgemoor coming down on us here? Killian is good. Oh my gosh, Killian's good. They can nuke our beetle. And then they mutate Vulpix on it. Interesting. Loving that. Let's take the kill. They do gain 1 life, which isn't fair. You're cheating, sir. And then we hit for 8. Oh my gosh, down to 10. Okay. We've got more removal. As long as we can dodge their removal. 3 cards in hand. Necropanther in play, sure. Vulpix on the Panther. Panther brings from the graveyard to the battlefield 3 or less. This is a 4-drop. Okay. We get lucky. And then it's just the same old song and dance, right? You kill this thing. Beetles go up. And that should be lethal. Woof! Big hits. If you can play against a creature deck with your own creatures and a little bit of removal, you know, it does perform quite nicely. So, you know, that's kind of the rule of thumb, is if you don't have both colors, toss it. Here we go, this looks better. I'll throw the Paladin away for now. And then, you know, we're riding through the Tyrannodon. We have Warden of the Chained. That's great, too. And, I mean, hopefully they play creatures and we can dodge removal. Right? We want to be the removal. Oh, shrines. Let's get them. We just need that 4th land and we are off to the races. Come on, 4th land. Ooh. Ooh. This'll draw us a 4th land? Yeah. I would like to attack with the Warden, though. And I think we have to go all in. The Relic. Wow, okay. And they kicked it? No way. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. We would be hitting for 4, 8, quite a bit. It's not lethal, though. Down to 10. And they could just, kill all our things. Right? Nuts. We get Doomscarred, so that's, you know, probably going to be the day. You know. Like, that's so OP, and they've got double, you know, double downs on us. And that's just how the cookie crumbles today. Good game. Shrine's OP against free-to-play deck. I mean, we did all right though. We got 2 wins, showcasing how the deck works. Good enough. It's a free-to-play deck, right? It's just it's for artisan fun. If you're a beginner. Maya says it's walk time. We gotta get after a walk. Let's break down the deck quick. Woof. So the deck does work. I think in an artisan environment, it would work, more effectively, right, with other free-to-play decks. You do get into a situation where, even though things are close, you end up getting a little bit bullied sometimes by the rares and mythics, and it can be painful. I get it, but just try not to think of it that way. Try to think of it as, this is my red-green questing deck, right? This is what I complete my 750 gold quests with as a free-to-play player. You can upgrade it if you want. I don't really think that these decks require upgrading a whole bunch. If you were looking to do some stuff, though, it is pretty easy. But again, these wildcards should be saved for top meta decks. So I have a hard time giving these recommendations, right? I feel pretty bad about it, but it's pretty easy. You just go like this, power, and then 4. And then you get all these cool cards. Oh, we've got to do it the other way. That's that. We need raiders then. Thank you. And now we get all of these really, really cool cards. And of course, who wants old cards in their deck? I don't. So we go right to the Strixhaven. And we see that the Gnarled Professor, it's a 5/4 with Trample when it enters the battlefield. Learn. That goes in the deck, maybe, right? But again, you can get so far off base. Obviously, the Love Struck Beast goes in the deck. That's a very good card. And then because we have the 4 or greater power, now we have to bring in copies of the Great Henge as well. So you can see how it does just shift into a different version of the Gruul deck. But there's a couple commonalities that you can focus on, right? It's, you have a creature-based deck, so the Henge is great because you're drawing, you're gaining life, you're ramping, right? The Love Struck Beast is great because it's power 4 or greater for 3 mana. I love it, right? And then, of course, it reduces the cost of your Henge and stuff like this. There are so many different ways you can go. There's Questing Beast. It really is up to you guys, and I don't want to give specific wildcards for the upgrade guide because you take it so literally, some of you, and then you spend your wildcards and then you're dissatisfied later on. So, just save those wildcards, right? There's nothing wrong with saving wildcards. Look at my collection. You know what I mean? So save it, play the free-to-play versions. If you already own cards that fit in the deck, easy, throw them in there if you think they're strict improvements. You guys know the strategies, the synergies. We went through it all very in depth, so you guys know what to do to make the deck better, right? Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So thank you all again for your time and attention. Review of the deck, amazing free-to-play deck. It's a hard win in the current meta though, because it's so fast. It is so fast, and there's so much removal to counter all those aggro decks. So you're just left as like a really slow aggro deck, and it doesn't work so hot. You do get those matchups. You go first and your opponent plays, creatures, and you have creatures and removal. Sometimes it works, but overall, free to play power level, maybe 7 out of 10. Normal meta power level, probably 2 out of 10. Let's be honest. So again, thank you so much. If you didn't like this one, check out the other free to play videos. It'll be right here as soon as we're done. And of course, we'll see you in the next. Take care. Check out the link tree. Support the channel if you can, and we'll see you soon.